My dear Indians, global Indians, a very good afternoon by Commander Sudhir Kumar, and I am reporting this from my channel which is known as now Pulse Beat India. What I am going to present to you very fast is the glimpse of India, the progress in India which has taken place in last 6.5 years under the dynamic leadership of Narendra Modi ji. And when I am putting this glimpse of India, the progress, that is, from a very positive outlook. I am not going to put any of the problems or challenges with the India conference today, but first of all, let me just share with you that in last 6.5 years, what are the main achievements of Modi government. I feel, because I don't have any political affiliations, but I keep putting up my perspective, what I understand, doing my research extensively in India, in urban as well as rural areas. And the first of all, what Modi ji achieved was a change in perception. He had changed the perception of India globally, taking extensive travel in first 2 to 3 years of his first tenure as the Prime Minister of India, and that changed the entire dynamics of geopolitics, and India was viewed with a lot of pride and a lot of expectations globally. So this is the first dramatic change and the first contribution which Modi made to India after taking over as a Prime Minister. The Indians' morale, self-confidence was boosted globally for all global Indians. The second, what I feel as per my estimates, that demonetization was a very bold step what Modi is. A huge chunk of currency was discarded and new currency was printed, and that has really brought the Benami properties, the corruption to the bare minimum, and the money which was involved in Naxalite activities and transborder activities, that all came to an halt. Certainly there were certain negative effects of demonetization. The few people, they lost their job, but ultimately it was a very positive outcome. So I listed as the second biggest achievement of Modi government after taking over. Then subsequently after that it came GST, the one nation one tax. GST was such a huge reform. India was having a wide variety of taxes. Those were imposed, the excise duty and so many other things. Those were combined into one, and GST had changed the tax collection dramatically. And nowadays, even just after COVID, we are having near about 1 lakh 20,000 crores collections in last 3-4 months. It is touching more than 1 lakh crore collections. That is biggest achievement as far as because the tax reforms has really changed the dynamics of doing business in India. Then abrogation of 370. It was a huge, people were telling that it will never happen, but the abrogation of 370 was brought in by this government, by Modi ji, and now Jammu and Kashmir has become an integral part of India, and it is on the path of progress which it never made before this. Now all Indians, they have got an access to spend money over there, to get married over there, to settle over there. They have intermingled, and it is going to right in the progress of Jammu and Kashmir. So I rate it an outstanding achievement of Modi government or Modi ji. Then I will list triple talaq. Our the sisters and mothers of our Muslim brothershood, they were suffering like anything. And even a person who was not earning anything, a person who was hardly making 100 rupees a day or 50 rupees a day, even he could get married to 3 girls, and he was just telling to discard them, talaq, talaq, talaq. So all this thing is gone, and now is huge population of Muslim sisters and mothers, they are having a great relief. So this is an outstanding achievement of Modi ji. Then coming to the dispute-oriented matter which lasted for near about over 100 years. That was Ram Mandir construction. Now it has been brought to the final conclusion. The huge collection is taking place, and Ram Mandir will be constructed in next 2 to 3 years. So this is the biggest achievement, because all Indians, they have got the extreme faith towards Ram, Lord Ram, and Lord Ram Rajya, and his governance system was considered to be the best. So it's a huge relief. And the matter which were discussed, that he is not going to sort it out, is just only the Ram Mandir issue is being raised number of times repeatedly just to garner votes. No, it has been proved that this government is candid and Modi is candid to construct that. After that it came the CAA, Citizen Amendment Act. All the Hindus, those are suffering in neighbor countries, by under CAA they could come down to India and settle down, and citizenship will be provided to them. Then came to the NRC, National Register of Citizens. It is a must for every country. It was a huge step, and so far it has been implemented in Assam. But shortly pan-India NRC must be implemented. So this is also a very, very big jump or big step taken by this present government, and especially Narendra Modi ji. So I consider this is also an achievement. Then next comes, this government has abrogated, this government has overcome near about 1800 archaic laws. Those were existing, which of no use. So they have been written off completely. Then comes to the Ujala Yojana, free distribution of near about 8.5 crores, near about 85 million connections to the women of BPL households have been given. It's a huge relief, and it's a step taken towards the climate change itself. Then the biggest ever, the financial inclusion program was introduced by Modi ji. It was Jan Dhan accounts, and near about 36 crores, 360 million people were given an access to the bank. And I'm just telling you that after opening these accounts 4 years before, then near about 2 lakh crore transactions have taken place in these accounts. So this was also an achievement, biggest financial inclusion which has taken place, and people are transacting in these accounts towards their prosperity. Then Awas Vikas Yojana, near about 2.5 crores houses have been made for the poor, and near about 6 crore houses are going to be built by 2020 under Pradhan Mantri initiative, that every poor, every person, every Indian must have its own house. So on that is also a very pragmatic step, and I'll consider an achievement of this government, and it's progressing in the right direction. Then comes to the Ayushman Yojana, near about 500 million, 50 crore people have been given an access to the health insurance, the medical insurance of 5 lakh rupees each, and that's a huge success. It will change the well-being and the health security to the poor Indians. After that it comes the Prime Minister Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana insurance of 2 lakh rupees, which was given at the 12 rupees per month accident cover of BPL families. The same way the death insurance of 2 lakh rupees at the premium of 334 rupees per annum was given for the death insurance to the BPL families. Then a huge step came in that made a difference, which I am considering the biggest achievement. That was Janta Curfew was imposed by Prime Minister Modi ji, and that was to fight against COVID. And then the biggest lockdown of 3 months was imposed by him, bringing every economic activity to a standstill, having a firm belief that it should be the single human being life which could be saved. We will suffer economically, but we'll bounce back. And that has, brought India not only solving its problem, but taking upfront the challenges under COVID-19, and India has come out as a winner, because the death rate has been minimum, and even the positivity in this had been minimum. After that, the DBT. Due to digital transformation, the DBT, direct benefit transfer, has saved Indian exchequer or Indian government near about 1.8 lakh crore rupees. And e-commerce itself, due to this digital transformation, The business is going to be $100 billion by 2023 and 24. And due to this digital transformation, the fake companies, near about 3 lakh companies have been caught, and the similar, the lakhs, thousands, lakhs NGOs have been shut down. Those who are doing, those who are involved in money laundering and the fraudulent activities, they all have been put behind bar, and the cases are going on. Then towards the defense pensioners, OROP, one rank, one pension, was an outstanding achievement of this government, where the huge chunk of money which was overdue from last 60 years, which was given to the retired Fauji Bhai, and that was an achievement. After that, the defense preparedness, the way the fund have been allocated, the procurements of heavy machinery, aircrafts, tanks and other things, S-400 from Russia, different planes in Chinook and Apache helicopters from America, the transport plane from America, and then Rafale from France. So this is the defense preparedness towards putting bunkers, the roads, construction of bridges at China border in Ladakh and in northeast area is a huge difference in the preparedness of India in last 6.5 years. That's why we could stand the joint threat which was emanating from Pakistan as well as from China. And same way now the defense manufacturing, India is inching due to these effects that to achieve defense manufacturing under Make in India. Then coming to the NEP, the National Education Policy 2020 has unveiled a huge change which is going to take place in education system of India, which was required, needed from last 3 to 4 decades. So that is also an achievement. The another achievement of Modi ji is that he took part in climate change, declared International Solar Alliance, and pledged that India is going to have 75 gigawatt electricity generated by renewable sources by 2022, and we have already finished near about 60% of that, and other projects are underway. So that's going, it's a huge. And now coming to it, and even after COVID, India has gone for vaccination. India is the only country which has produced first 2 vaccination very successfully, and by 10th of February already more than 5 million people were vaccinated in the first round. So it's going very successfully. Now coming to the maximum capital spending. Last 2 budgets, and even after suffering COVID, the kind of a budget which has been released by this government, the Indian government has committed near about 20 lakh crore towards the rural development and 100 crores towards the infrastructure building. And there, the huge amount of relaxation which has been given to the industry, that industry tax rates have been reduced to 22%, and the new manufacturing industry has been taxed at around 15%. That has been brought at the lowest among all Asian countries and counterpart countries. Under PM Kisan, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, there the 6,000 rupees has been given to each farmer, near about 12 crore farmers across India, and that has really changed the progress of these small and marginal farmers. Now, Pradhan Mantri Pension Yojana for farmers, for small traders is also out, and that's a welcome step. The same way MSME. The MSME definition has been changed, and the kind of money which has been allocated for the revival of SME, those suffered during this COVID-19, is amazing. So that's also a huge success, and government is making difference that our economy is going to come out shortly out of this COVID effect. And even the IMF has given in that India is going to have the only country which is going to have double-digit growth of 11.5%. If we take inflation, the normal growth rate is going to be over 16%. So that's also a huge success and the huge strategic financial planning which this government has done. Then mega pension scheme for all small earners and others, that is also unveiled. Jal Shakti Ministry, which has been formed first time to take care of water stress in India, in different belts of India, is going to regulate that how we can revive our all conventional reservoirs, lakes, ponds, and the dams could be repaired, and then how the rainwater harvesting could be increased, and so that and at least all the villages are going to be provided the tap water, potable water across, and all the 100 smart cities are going to fitted with STP sewage treatment plants, so that no water is wasted, and that water could be used, the wasted water could be used after the waste treatment plant for the greening or for watering the gardens and other adjoining things. Then Skill India mission. India has already trained near about 300 million people in different skills, and especially India faced a challenge when huge amount of near about 2 to 3 million people, they migrated from cities to rural areas. That also they have been trained, their skill mapping has been done, and further reskilling has been done. So that migrant labor is also being used in the rural areas, and where especially the state UP has taken a huge step towards that making use of this under one district, one product Yojana of UP, and that is also a huge achievement of this government. Then Make in India. Under mobile manufacturing is a huge success. There used to be only 4 factories, and now is more than 120 factories. Those are manufacturing mobiles or assembling mobiles, and shortly we are going to have right from the designing of chips and manufacturing the entire mobile in India itself. And under Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, India has constructed near about 8.5 crores toilets for near about 85 million people, and India has been made defecation free. So these are the achievements. Now I'll also touch upon few other things like Adarsh Gram Yojana. There, even not only the cities and 2-tier and 3-tier cities, but even the villages are going to be smart villages where the fiber optic link is going to be connected, and all the services will be provided to the farmers, to everyone over there, Mandega payment and everything through this computer center. Those are going to be established at each village, and this is also going to take into place the Mandega amount which has been increased, and the allocation which has been given to the workers. It has helped the migrant workers, and the biggest ever the contribution of this government is near about 800 million people were given free ration access under a ration system, and that is a huge contribution to take care of poor. And India Kisan also stood by the government by producing in COVID the bumper crops. This Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, in this also the scholarship to the women and to ensure the women empowerment even in the villages has been very successfully implemented. Mudra Yojana, that Mudra Yojana to support the small earners, the free access of loans to the bank from 10,000 to 50,000 K or even little higher, that so that they can start their own small enterprises or their small business. So that has also helped the poor. Atal Pension Yojana, as I have already talked about it, is in huge. All these poor folks and all the poor, extremely poor and BPL, they all have been covered under that area. That and Amrut plan, all the 2-tier and 3-tier and the villages are going also be the part of the smart cities, same way the smart towns and the smart villages program. Digital India mission itself is such a huge mission that digital economy itself has a potential to reach to $1 trillion economy, $1 trillion economy by 2024-25, and the NOFAN, National Optic Fiber Optic Link, which is being considered now BharatNet, has already connected near about 2 lakh villages, and it will be spread to all near about 6 lakh villages of India in next 2 years. Gold monetization scheme has helped the certain people to start their own business. That was also very good. And now Startup India is a huge success. India within 2-3 years has come at the second place to start for the startup after US. So that is that Indian youths are now is not only the bread earner, but they are the bread giver. I mean to say they are not the job seeker, but they have become job provider. MSME boost, I have already, the MSME definition has been changed, the loaning scheme to the MSME has changed, and that's making a huge difference. And all the MSME units, those are having capabilities for the export, they are being explored. MSME is also explored that how they can make the small electronic equipment which is going to be supplied for making the defense equipments, defense manufacturing, going to fit it into submarines, ships, as well as to the aircrafts, is going to be made in India. And that's where the self-reliant India, the mantra which Honorable Prime Minister has coined, that India is going to be now self-reliant nation. MSME is going to make a huge difference towards that. And another thing is that Namami Gange, to clean first Ganges and then later on after this experiment to clean even other Ganges, other canals and other rivers of India, this Namami Gange program, and it's a huge success. All STPs, sewage treatment plants, those have come up on Gange, they have been implemented in record time before time. The same way the National Highway Authority of India has implemented all the highways in Sagarmala, which is connecting the hinder waterways, has been implemented at a very fast speed. So my dear Indians, globally, I would like to say it's a huge change which has taken place in India. And now Indian government, the way they have brought up last two budgets, is the heavy spending which is going to be done for the rural development and for the infrastructure development. So it's the right time, invest in India. The NRIs, please welcome to India. And India provides the huge ocean of opportunities. This is the time for India. This century is for India. And I am sure of it that India will be a self-reliant nation soon. India will be a 5 trillion economy by 2024-25, definitely. And I am 100% confident India will be 10 trillion economy by 2030. So this is the glimpse of India I would wanted to present to you, which has taken place in last 6.5 years. Thank you very much. Till next, Commander Sudhir Kumar.